I am really excited about our next guest, and I'm sure you are going to be too, perhaps for different reasons that I am, but for me, it's a little bit like having a reunion with Matthew Cole. He is here this morning representing a very fun run about to happen up in McKaysville called the Trout Trot 5K. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Julie.
So here's what's so fun. A few years ago, my daughter Meg would have been, I think she was in the 9th grade. So it's been like 4 or 5 years ago now.
Yeah.
And we went up, some friends and I, with our kids, up to McKaysville. We did the zip line, and we found ourselves at this darling restaurant along the Toccoa River, and there comes Matthew to kind of greet us. So now here you are on my sofa. Great to see you.
Well, great to see you too. This is wonderful.
I don't know how many people in Chattanooga, to be honest with you, Matthew, really understand how quaint and unique, really, McKaysville is, because you're right on the border of 2 states.
Well, that's right, and it is one community united by a state line. So we have Copper Hill, Tennessee, and we have McKaysville, Georgia. And the best part, at least for folks in Chattanooga, is that the journey is as exciting as the destination, because it is just a gorgeous drive down there. But once you get there, it is like right out of Norman Rockwell. It is just like a beautiful little community right on the river. They've got a river that kind of runs through the 2 cities with 2 bridges, one of which is an old historic steel truss bridge.
And that will be part of this run when people choose to do it. Okay, so let me kind of set the stage, and then you jump in and complete the sentence.
Okay.
This is the 4th year, correct, for the Trout Trot?
That is correct.
It is, if you're a qualifying runner, you're really interested in your points and that type of thing, this is for you. But if you're just a family wanting to come out with the dog and enjoy a pretty view, it's also for you.
Yes, we can be all things to all people. If you want to run and you want to get your fastest time in an extraordinarily beautiful setting, we want you to come. And it's what's called a gun start chip finish.
Okay.
And so that means the time, if you want to start right when that gun goes off and you really are concerned about your time, you get right up to the front, because that's where the timer starts. Okay. And then the chip ends it for you. So it's the same start time for everyone. Now, for those who just want to enjoy, relax, you can jog, you can walk. Heck, you can moonwalk if you want. You can just go at your own leisurely pace, bring a pet or push a child, and then just go across the route. What's
fun about it, you heard me mention that we ziplined on our way then into McKaysville. It really is it's a great date day. It's a fun thing to get out with your kids, no matter how old or young they are, because there's something for everybody. Teenagers have fun in McKaysville. Yeah. You mentioned the Norman Rockwell feel of it. Elaborate on that a little bit, because that steel bridge is a big draw.
Well, the city's been around for a long time. It was founded back in 1900s, 1904, and so, but since that time it has retained that charm. Now, it's an old mining town. The whole community was built on copper mining, and in the last, let's just say, 5-10 years, there's been a resurgence in the community, and we now have, restaurants right on the water. We have a music venue that has live music. It's called Toonies, and this is all at Riverwalk Shops, which is the city center. And so we bring, live music and talent from all across the region. But beyond that, there's also just the river rafting. There's tubing, and on the day, the April 27th, when we have at 6:30 at night the 5K, preceding that is the Blue Ridge Trout Fest. And that's going to be a whole day event in Blue Ridge, which is just about 10 minutes further south of McKaysville.
You just kind of cross the railroad tracks and keep on going.
Keep on going for a little bit, yeah.
So, okay, I want to come back to a couple of things. I had not realized this is a night race.
Yes, okay.
That's fun.
So we did that for a few reasons, and part of it is that I'm a longtime runner, and for years working in the community, I just thought someone should have a 5K, and boy, that would be great to kind of bring attention to this wonderful little diamond here that we have in the area. And after several years of telling folks, someone should do this, no one kind of stepping up to do it, I'm like, it's all right, I'll do it. So I became race director. And as race director, I thought, well, when we have it in the morning, a lot of the businesses aren't open. And part of what we want to do is have people come and spend the weekend and shop and dine and unwind and really kind of immerse themselves in the region. So I'm like, well, why not do it at
Now
night?
you can do it the
Why
same.
not do it at night? So we have it there, and the sun sets much later. So this is an opportunity to go and run and enjoy a beverage afterwards. And
So now I want to come back to the Riverwalk shops where I
Yeah.
met you.
Yeah.
So I told you we did the zip lining, and then we went over there, these friends and I, and there was a little ice cream parlor over
Yeah.
there. But one of the things that struck me about that whole expanse of space is that it is an expanse of space. So you had, I think we got barbecue that day,
Yeah.
but you've got multiple restaurants in there,
Mm-hmm.
and then this wonderful deck that overlooks the Toccoa River.
oh, it's bigger now.
Is
Much
it?
bigger than
Well,
when you were there.
Is the water clearer now? I can't imagine that. It is such clear water.
Yeah, yeah. You will. It's not uncommon to occasionally see folks literally just fly fishing out there. It's just gorgeous clear water, and the deck now has been expanded. It is maybe 3 to 4 times larger than it was when you were there.
Well, that's saying something because there was really room even then to spread out
Yeah.
so that you could take in the view and enjoy, but you didn't ever feel crowded.
Yeah, and so we have that little ice cream place. We have the Happy Bear ice cream right next to it, Twisted Tomato Pizza, which has real wood-fired
That's what
pizza.
we got twisted tomato
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah, and we have they have ovens that were flown in from Naples, so it is real Italian wood-fired
Yeah,
pizza.
it
And
was
right next to that is Bora Bora Riverside Dining, which has American cuisine and craft beers and wines.
And then there are
so,
cute
yeah.
little gift shops
Oh, yeah.
and boutiques and things
Yeah.
all within there. Okay, so if it's coming up on April 27th,
Yeah.
How do people register, and is there like an early bird discount or anything like that? Like register by a certain point?
Yes. Early bird discount, because this is coming up, there's an early bird discount for our other 2 events, but this
Okay.
one's right around the corner. So if you go to riverwalkrunseries.com, that will show you all 3 events.
Okay.
But if you just want to see this particular one, it's trouttrot5k.com, and we'll put a QR code at the end.
Yeah, so there's the QR code, trouttrot5k.com
Yep.
for this one. If you do want to learn more, they have another one coming up in July and then again in October. So that's where you go to the River Walk Run series to learn more about those.
That's right. Our fall one, it used to be the last week in October. We're actually now having it the first weekend in November, but
Okay.
it's our fall event for the Bigfoot Boogie 5K and then the Walk the Line 5K in July.
Just go to McKaysville. You'll love it and see for yourself how clear that water is. Good to see you.
You too, Julie. Thank you.